Hey my loves, how y'all doing today? Happy Saturday, hope y'all are having a great day. Today I want to give you 10 things, 10 signs that I knew that the narcissist was cheating or was on the phone with another woman or just doing things. Like whenever the narc would act a certain way, I knew he was up to no good and I knew it had something to do with a woman. But what I'm here to tell us now is that your spidey senses work, your gut works, your senses, your mind, your all those little tingling feelings that you feel in your body when your toxic person or narcissistic person is doing something that because you done been around them long enough, you know their ways, you know when they do certain things, you know what that means. So being that you know those things already, tap into that gut, tap into those feelings, tap into everything, every sign around you that is telling you that this fool is up to no good or this heifer is up to no good. Tap into it, don't ignore it. And that's where I feel like badly in the relationship, is that I felt these things, I knew them, God gave me visions. I could also tell this man exactly how he's cheating on me, you know what I'm saying? And for those out there who would say, well, why didn't you just leave, why did you just stay, you know what I'm saying? I ain't talking to the people who ain't never dealt with a narc before or ever been in a long-term relationship with a narcissist before. If you haven't, I'm proud of you. I'm so thankful that you have not experienced that and don't want you to experience it. But I'm talking to my people who have been in this relationship with a toxic narcissist person, or is still in the relationship with the narcissist now, and you're still unsure about different things that's going on. You're feeling things, but you just ain't sure what it is. You're trying to give it the benefit of the doubt. You're trying to tell yourself that, oh, I'm just overthinking, it'll get better. I'm here to tell you it's not going to get any better. But since I wasn't the type that just up and left either, it took me a minute. I dealt with this for 4.5 years. I am free now. I am just telling my story to you guys and sharing different things so that way you can be up on your A game and come to the realization that this thing is not healthy for you and that it's going to get worse before it get better, and sometimes there is no better. So if you're in it and you're still trying to figure your way out, here are some 10 signs that the narcissist is cheating. And you got your own signs. They may not have done it the same way that the narc that I had did it, but I'm just telling y'all what I went through when I was in a narcissistic relationship for 4.5 years dealing with this one narc. I've dealt with many, but this last one here has been the one that put me on my path of healing and growing and falling in love with myself. And so once you get there, you'll be in the same boat looking back at everything that you just went through and looking at where you are now and knowing that, yeah, that was not healthy for me, and I'm doing a whole lot better now that I'm on the other side of the fence and no longer dealing with the toxic nonsense anymore, you know what I'm saying? So here are 10 things that I went through with the narc that I was dealing with, and things that you may be dealing with yourself or have dealt with in the past. Just jump in the comments and tell me all y'all stuff. That don't sound good. Don't tell me all y'all stuff. Tell me what you want to tell me, but I'm saying, just reading my little message there, but I'm just saying, jump in the comments and tell me whatever it is you want to, add to the list that I may not have went through, but you may have went through. So throw them in the comments and let's go. All right, so the first one I'm gonna start with is he would start arguments out of nowhere. Whenever he would do that, I knew he was up to no good, because I would tell him, like, in the beginning, I did not know, so I just thought that he was just being a pain in the butt. I used to call him an a-hole. That's what I used to call him, because it would be so random. Things could be going good, there's nothing going on, and he would just start an argument out of nowhere. But now that I've dealt with the relationship for so long and was able to be on the outside looking in at my very own situation, I now know what all of this was about. So when he would just randomly come up to me and start an argument, this is what I went through with the narc that I was dealing with. There was usually somebody on the phone. So he always had earbuds. He never had the headphones with the string. He always had earbuds. He would always wear one earbud in his ear. And so I could just come home from work, and out of nowhere, I come into the house, I speak to everybody like I normally do every day. But then when it comes to him, I would say, hey babe, how you doing today? Or try and go and give him a kiss, and he pulling all back and stuff like we got an issue. But we just been texting just about all day long, and now when I get home, you acting funny. So that earbud is in his ear, but I ain't paying no attention because I'm just not thinking that he would be, trying to make me look like a fool when there's somebody else on the other end of the phone. I didn't know that in the beginning. It took some time to figure that out. And so once I did figure it out, sir, don't come talking to me. Like, he would start arguments. He would want to talk about personal stuff while he got that earbud in his ear. And I'm not, when it comes to my business like that and stuff like that, I'm very private. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all what I want to tell y'all. But for the most part, I am private about my stuff. And so didn't know that all those times that he was doing that, starting arguments or, just belittling me out of nowhere or whatever, there was somebody on the other end listening, because they have to, I'm going to just say it was another supply, because just like he got me, he had to get them too. But I didn't go through him on the phone with other people, you know what I'm saying, or talking to me and there's somebody on the phone, I don't think. But he definitely did it to me a lot. And then I also seen him do it to somebody else, because I was on the phone while he was doing it to somebody else or whatever. But that story is all on here too, so I ain't telling y'all nothing that y'all ain't already heard before. So go back and check those videos out, because it's in there where he discarded me. I was fighting to get him back, and while he was with another woman, I was still on the phone with him every day, listening in on their relationship, and I got to see just how he had been treating me. And so the way that he treated her was the same as that way he treated me, but he treated her just a little bit different because she was younger than me. Other than that, it was the same old game or whatever. So that video is on here. I don't remember the title of it, but it's definitely on here about how I was, in low vibration. I just wanted him back, and I did what I had to do. I went through some stuff and got him back, and it didn't get no better. So the second thing is belittle you for the smallest things. He would just come out of nowhere, and like I said, he'll start the argument. He'll be nitpicking about any little thing. Like, he would ask me to take him to the store just so he can get in the car and talk about my driving the whole way there. Which, in reality, I'm the better driver than he is, because for one, I can keep a license. For two, I'm not Speedy Gonzalez. For three, I got my own vehicle and I can keep a vehicle. He don't do neither one. He can't keep a license, he can't keep a vehicle, and he's a Speedy Gonzalez. And so he's forever getting tickets. And so he picks at my driving because I'm a careful driver. Now, at one point, the narcissist did take my mind. Well, I did let him get my mind, and I started driving like him. What that wound me up with? Tickets just like him, license suspended just like him, car broke down, so now I have no vehicle just like him. So I learned my lesson real quick, because that last ticket I got, baby, was a $700 ticket. So I said, nah. Light bulb kicked on after I got that ticket. I'm like, you know what? Why am I even listening to you? You don't even have a valid driver license. You don't even have a car. Why am I listening to you? So he would just, he would ask me to take him somewhere or ask me to do something just so he can belittle me while I'm doing that. If it's not take him to the store, oh, could you go in there and cook me something? I get in there and I cook something, and then he'll come in there and try to belittle the way that I'm seasoning the food, or be like trying to change up my recipe or something. Just dumb stuff. But that just means he's cheating. He on the phone with somebody. There's another woman on the phone. So whenever he's doing this, I know there's a woman on the phone listening in on our conversations, and he's telling her, watch me make her mad, because I know for a fact that that's what he does, because I watched him do it to somebody else with me. So when he does stuff like that, I know he's cheating. And so what he's doing is he's trying to start an argument with me so that way he can leave, but he don't want to leave. He just want to be able to go do what he want to do and come back. Normally when he want to do what he want to do, he'll pack all his bags and he'll just ghost me. But when he not ready to ghost me yet, he try to find little things to do to get away so he can go in and have his little moment and then come back to me and things still be good between us. You know what I'm saying? I peep game, but you will also too, and you already have, because you've been in this thing now for however long you've been in it. And trust me, When I tell you you've picked up on some clues and different things, you have. You've been in the relationship this long and you've been learning the narcissist like the back of your hand, whether you know it or not. Because if you hadn't, you wouldn't be confronting them about certain things that they do, certain things they say. You know what's going on, but your heart, your mind, and all of that ain't connecting as good as you need it to right now for you to be able to say, hey, I don't deserve to be treated like this. I am just gonna get up and move and do something different or whatever. Our minds was not there yet. So I definitely wasn't there. I was like, I had the mindset of, I'd rather stick with him, knowing all of the drama and all of the nonsense that he was going to bring to the relationship, than to get somebody new and then they bring some different nonsense or drama to the relationship. So I'd rather just stick it out with what I already know he's capable of doing, because he does things the same way every time. He don't switch up nothing, because he just didn't think like that. But he didn't switch up anything. And so that's how I was able to learn him like a book. So when he did certain things, I already knew it was another woman involved. So he would start arguments out of nowhere, and then he would belittle me for little small things, just so he could start an argument to go wherever it is he's trying to go. And I didn't give him what he was looking for, so I made it harder. So being that I did that would turn into him actually ghosting me when he really didn't want to ghost me in the first place at that moment. But eventually he was still gonna ghost me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all following me? So, not saying that the narc won't discard me. He would definitely discard me, but he don't discard me every time he goes and cheats. Sometimes he would just start an argument up so that way he don't have to talk to me. He can go silent on me and all that good stuff, and I'll leave him alone to do whatever it is that he wants to do until I caught on to what was going on. So now that I know what's going on, now, bro, talk to me. Now let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. And so I would always try to get him to talk about what he's feeling and all that good stuff. I wouldn't get nowhere with it. He would pretend to open up to me, but he really wasn't opening up. And that's how he would get me locked back in, to gaslight me and hoover me all over again. So it's a game that we really can't win. The only way we win is when we shut down and realize who we are and that we deserve much better. That's how we win. Versus trying to play the game with them. If we try to throw the game back at them, we won't win that way. The only way we win is if we fall in love with ourselves, move forward, and don't let them hinder us from doing what we need to do for our own self-love. Because that's how they win. So you can win. You just can't win by playing the same game back to them. It just don't work. They love a challenge. So the more you keep challenging them in that way, the more you're going to keep going back and forth, and you're not going to get nowhere. So the best thing to do is let them have that game. Let them win that part. But you get the bigger flex, because they don't expect you to heal. They don't expect you to move on from them. And you do every last one of those things. You heal, you move forward, and you love yourself, and you don't allow them to come back in and to put you in that position again and bring you down some more. Because if they didn't destroy you the first time, baby, they coming back to do it again. Because they got it, they got to. Like it's like an itch in their butt. Like if you don't, like, okay, put it like this: if I've been trying to get this piece together and I'm getting so close, I just need to do one more thing, but then somebody comes up and try to take it and do it for me, I'll get so agitated, because I've worked this hard already to get this thing this far. I want to finish it. I don't want it to beat me. So I want to finish doing what I did, what I've started. I don't want you to do it for me. That's how they operate. You know what I'm saying? I probably could have gave a better definition for it, but that's my definition for it. So it's like they didn't break you down to where they wanted you the last time around. And so now they got to come back again, because they got to get you broke down, and they not going to stop it till they get you there. But then once they realize that you ain't going for the shenanigans no more, then they ain't got no choice but to go ahead and back away, because you won't allow them to be in your energy or your space like that anymore. And so they can't play the game with you no more, because you've grown, you've healed, and you've moved forward. So they can't get you like that. So on to number 3. All of a sudden, they start to act nice. That was another one. He could be done. He done been silent on me. He done been talking cash money junk to me. Been doing all kind of stuff to me. And now all of a sudden he pops up nice. Before I knew the things I knew now, I would go for it. You know what I'm saying? Because all I wanted was peace with us. And we would get a little bit of peace in the relationship. But it was like he could not stand peace. Peace irritated him so bad. I'm telling you, nothing could be going on. Everything is smooth. I mean, we're affectionate. He's doing for me. I'm doing for him. I'm taking care of him. He's taking care of me. And it's like, he'd be like, listen, you know what I'm saying? He don't say that literally, but this is my point of view of what he be doing when he get tired of being nice. It's like he just take the mask off, like, you know what, bump this. I need some chaos around here or something. Like, he will go and find anything to shift the energy of it being peaceful. If he got to go and find my son to find something to get me mad at my son about, he would do that because he needs chaos and drama around him because too much peace irritates him, like literally. So he would be nice all of a sudden, and then I'm sitting there like, what? Why you being nice now? Because a minute ago you weren't talking to me. You was just silent to me. Every time I tried to say something to you, you ignore me. So what you want? He might need a ride. Now he might need a ride out of town. So now he gonna be nice all of a sudden because he got to get to the new girl. He got to get to the next woman. So in order to do that, he got to come be nice to me because I'm his ride there. So he'll come and be nice. But that's how me and the Narc operated there. He was using me to get out of town to go see other women, but making it seem like he was going out of town to go to work. He did some work, but at the end of the trip, at some point of the trip, he was seeing another woman. I just didn't know until I caught on to what was going on. But that's how he was rolling. So he would come be nice to me, tell me about how he needed to go out of town to go do some work. Of course, I get to go with him, but there's a time where I would go and visit other families and my family, and he would run and do whatever he needs to do, so say, but he would be running to go see another woman. That's how I panned it out in my mind. I don't know exactly how he did it, but that's just what my gut was telling me. That's how he was doing it because that was like the only time he could do it when we were out of town. So yeah, he would be nice all of a sudden because now he needs a ride to get to the next supply. And I would take him unknowingly. But now that I'm on the outside looking in and I remember different things that was going on in the relationship, yeah, he would just be nice all of a sudden because he need that ride. Because after that, it'll be followed by, hey, I need to go out of town. I got 2 houses that I need to pressure wash and this, that, and the third. And so that's how we'll get out of town. And that's how he will be able to go see other supply. Okay? So watch out for that being nice all of a sudden when they've been treating you like crap. Number 4, starts comparing you to exes. He was just sitting there and, you know, he'll show me pictures of exes, show me their hairstyles, show me their nails and stuff, like he taking digs at me or something. And I'm just like, why you showing me that? You know what I'm saying? Like he was getting too comfortable. Like they do little things to test you. And so he was showing me those pictures of his exes to see how I would react. In reality, I guess I was supposed to change myself to look like those women because he was trying to make me feel some type of way about the way I look. But baby, I feel like I look amazing, so I don't need to look like nobody else. I'm gonna look like Shalissa. I'm gonna look like Shalissa. Shalissa look decent enough. I don't need to be nobody else. I got a little nose ring. I draw my little eyebrows on, draw my little lips on. I'm good. I'm Gucci. I mean, I'm beautiful enough. I don't need to look like nobody. So I guess that's what his goal was to make me feel like I wasn't attractive or nothing no more. And this type of women he want me to look like, or this is what he's attracted to. And so hopefully I would change up my style and try to look like those women he was showing me pictures of. And I'm like, the pictures you showing me, bro, if I was gay, them wouldn't have been my type of women. They look like trash. And everybody is beautiful. I'm just saying, I ain't saying it like that. I'm just saying He was showing me pictures of, they weren't baddies, I tell you that. I can tell you 10 toes down, I was stepping on their heads, the pictures that he was showing me. And I'm just like, well, what you showing me them for? Because, but I might look like a hot mess laying in the bed and walk around the house, but when I step out, I step out. So don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I was coming at him. Like, well, what you trying to say, player? Because you already know I could put it on. You already know I could do it. I can make heads turn, but I chose not to make heads turn when I'm with you, because you get all jealous and stuff and start getting in your feelings because somebody's staring at me. But yet you can stare and make videos of people that you seeing in the streets and stuff, and I ain't supposed to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't know about no picture to him and be like, hey, I want you to look like this guy right here. Because he ain't the finest thing in the world either. He was lucky to have me. If it hadn't been for me having a crush on him when I was younger, he probably wouldn't have got me. But that's neither here nor there, because I did love that man. I was in love with that man. Didn't care how he looked, because I was the one that made. We ain't even gonna go there. We gonna keep it moving. All right. But yeah, he tried to compare me to his exes, and like, you know what I'm saying, they try to do that little manipulation stuff to make you change who you are to look like somebody else, just because they feel they got that power. And so yeah, at some point it may have worked before or worked with somebody else, and so they're gonna try it on you to see if it works. And if it doesn't, then they'll try something else. Okay, number 5, checking in on you very often. So like, when I would leave and go to the grocery store or something like that, I would ask the Narc, do you want to go to the store with me? Because I already know you're finna call me 1,000 times while I'm gone, or you're gonna be sending me 1,000 texts while I'm gone, when you could have just came with me and we could have had the conversation face to face, versus you staying home and texting me, clocking me. So the Narc would clock me anytime I went to the store. If I left him home, if I'm at work, this, that, and the third, he was always clocking me. And I didn't take it as he was clocking me. I took it as, oh, he's just being so concerned. He making sure, you know, he's having conversation with me. He's checking on me, seeing how my day going, making sure I'm being safe, this, that, and the third. But nah, that's all a game. That's just to make sure you don't run into whoever that is on the way to them while you out doing what you doing, and that you don't end up coming back too soon before they can get rid of who they trying to get rid of. Don't think he had anybody here at my house, because somebody was always home here with him. He was never really home by himself anyway. So my sons and them is in here, so he ain't finna bring nobody up in here. But that won't stop him from walking up the road to meet somebody, or walking, you know, to the end of the neighborhood to go and meet somebody, jump in the car with them, leave, come back and do their own thing, and then he get dropped back off before I get home from work, or before I get back from the store. Because normally when I go to the store, I would usually go with the list. So I'm going to be going to the store for a good minute. So he had time to, you know, mingle with somebody if he wanted to, because I would be going to the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I go to another city to go do my grocery shopping. So, you know what I'm saying? But all I'm saying to y'all is that y'all spidey senses work. Your gut work. It tells you, it gives you feelings. Don't discard those feelings, because they're there for a reason. You just got to connect everything. Connect that gut to your heart, to your head. So that way, when it's triggering you and telling you that, hey, this fool lying, this heifer ain't telling the truth, this heifer up to no good. When it's telling you that, don't shush it. Don't say, hey, nah, we ain't gonna think like that. No, it is what it is. That feeling is there for a reason. Don't throw it away. Because narcissists, if you got an inkling that something is going on and you know you're dealing with a narcissist, you better believe the feeling that you're feeling. It ain't there for no reason. It's there because you ain't been answering the calls all the other times it's been trying to make connection with you to see that something is going on. Now it's really punching you in the gut like, hey, this fool doing something and he ain't telling you the truth. This heifer sitting here lying to you and she ain't telling you the truth. You better look deeper into it. Don't ignore it. If you can't leave at the moment, baby, do your homework. That's what I'm here to tell us. Do your homework while you're still in it. And eventually you gonna get tired and you gonna walk away. in your own time, though. I ain't telling you to get up and just leave right now, because you're probably not ready. It took me a minute. You got to get to your own breaking point. But I'm just giving you pointers that if you still in it and you can't see your way out of it just yet, here goes some things for you to keep in mind. If you're still not sure, and this fool telling you, or this heifer telling you, I'm not cheating on you, I ain't doing nothing, I love you, you always trying to start something, here we go again with the same old stuff, you don't trust me, you always think I'm cheating on you. If you always saying that to the narcissist, baby, that's your gut telling you that you on the right track. You ain't lying. You ain't feeling what you're feeling for no reason. And I'm just here to tell you that, baby, the feelings you feeling is real. Don't ignore them. Okay? We on 6. Okay? Quickly get off the phone or sit and talk with other women right in front of your face. I've experienced this. Okay? So either when I come home from work or come in from the store or something like that, the narcissist is always on their phone. Always on that phone. But because he thought that he was so slick, he's always playing music on his phone too. So it ain't nothing for him to hang up the phone real quick and then turn the music on when I get home. So it'll be like he's been listening to his music the whole time he ain't been on his phone. But because I know him like a book, baby, and my gut be telling me so, I already know what you've been doing. You ain't gotta say nothing, but I'm just gonna come in and look at you because your face gonna tell me what you've been doing. Like, I knew him like the back of my hand, y'all, but for whatever reason, I could not leave at the time. I was not ready. It was like I was still gathering up my information because, for one, he does not take accountability for nothing. And he's the type where you're going to have to actually have some solid proof that you caught him doing anything, because he ain't taking your word for nothing. You ain't finna make him take accountability for nothing. You got to literally put it in his face. I caught you cheating. That's you. That's her. That's y'all. I see you. For him